Welcome back to Chuck14, and today we will be taking a look at another figure from the Transformers 86 the movie. We have the Studio Series KUP. Although I have the Titans Return KUP already, as they said, this one is accurate to the movie, that's why it's Studio Series. So let's check the packaging for the Studio Series KUP. And here's the packaging for the KUP Studio Series from the movie Transformers the movie 86. And if it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you can be notified of any new updates, new videos of my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and all the good stuff. And now back on with the video. And as I've said in my intro, I already had the Titans Return KUP, but I wanted a movie accurate version of the figure, so I have here a Studio Series KUP. And check out my review as well for the Studio Series Blur that I've just reviewed in my previous video. And now let's check out the packaging for KUP. And as you can see here, that amazing artwork of KUP, and then you see the character in the window. You have Transformers, and it's from the Transformers movie over here, and then is from the 86 movie, and then that great artwork again of KUP. You have the Transformers movie logo, same artwork over here, and he's number 2, and he is a Voyager class, not much on the bottom. And then you have the product shots, and he transforms in 21 steps. That's it for KUP, and let's get KUP out of the box. And here we've got KUP and all of his accessories out of the box, and you can see he's got his instruction sheet. So much like Blur, it's very small illustrations because it's got simple but a little bit fiddly transformation. And here we have the backdrop for KUP. So that's the scene where he's got all his limbs cut off by this giant squid. And before we take a look at that, let's take a look at his accessories. So first accessory that he has is this Energon snack dispenser. As you can see, it's colored in olive drab green. You can see, I wish this was a neon colored Energon. And then you have his gun, and you have like bright colored neon green, just like on his, it's like teal colored. And of course you have the backdrop of the giant squid, just like in the movie. And you can see here it's number 2 in the Studio Series line. So let's take a look at KUP himself now. And of course you can have KUP hold his gun and his Energon snack dispenser, so he can give it to the Sharkticons or the Alicons. So speaking of Alicons, let's bring it in for some comparison. So you can see you have the Earthrise Alicon here and KUP himself. They really look good together. It's a great figure, great scale. And then let's bring in the commander or the leader of the Alicons. You have the Quintessons, so you can see how they look like. So these guys fed KUP and Hot Rod into the Sharkticon pit. And of course, for other comparisons, the guy who loves KUP's war stories, you have Grimlock, and they really look good together. That's the Masterpiece version. And then you also have his leader Ultra Magnus, and you have Earthrise Optimus Prime, as you can see. So this guy's a Deluxe, this guy's a Voyager. And then you have the Studio Series Blur that I just reviewed. And then you have Earthrise RC. So those are the 86 movie figures that I have. And now I have the Power of the Primes or the Titans Return line KUP. And as you can see, for comparison, this guy doesn't look like KUP in the movie, but he's a bit taller than KUP. This one's a little bit smaller, as you can see there. And then on the side, for comparisons, both of them are kibble free, but for the transformation, I really love the transformation on this guy. It's a really fun engineering, but I can see why they couldn't do it on this figure. And now this also has some gimmicks because his limbs can be pulled off just like in the movie. So his limbs and then his legs, so he can tell Hot Rod to fix him. So that's it for the gimmicks, and let's take a look at his articulation as well. So we're done with our comparison. So his head can turn around 360, can't look up that much but can look down that much, and then his arms can move around 360, can move out that far. It's really nice. And then you have the cut on the biceps for swivel, and then you have more than 90-degree bend on the elbow. Unfortunately, no swivel on the wrist, which is really crazy because it's one whole molded figure here. And then you can swivel on the waist, can kick forward that far, kick backward that far, can do the splits. And as you've seen, you have the swivel on the thigh for the cut. You have a 90-degree bend on the knees, and then his ankles can move up and down, and then you have that ankle rocker joint here for more posability. It's a really posable figure. It's a really nice figure. And let's take a look at his face, and as you can see, he looks really sad. And comparing both the faces on the other cup that I have, this one looks really angry and this one looks really sad. But you also have light piping on this cup, which is really nice. You have the Autobot symbol here on his chest, and then you have the transparent plastic, then some silver painting underneath it. Really nice painting. And if you look at the movie, that's really how his arms look like, as well as this portion, and then on the bottom on the legs. Really love how this figure looks like. Now we've taken a look at the comparisons, articulation, and all its gimmick in robot form. It's time for some transformation. It's time for transformation for KUP. So first off, what we do is you untab his arm. So you can see there's tab here that tabs into a slot here on the side. You can see that. And then you turn the figure around. So you can see here there's an awesome engineering standpoint for the shoulders, because you unhinge the shoulder like that, so it will reveal this part. So same thing on the other side. On this arm, on the shoulders, you slip it backwards like this. So now the shoulders are back like that. And then you untab KUP's backpack here, and then you turn his head around so he's facing the back, and you further fold down the backpack, and then you unhook this back part, which will reveal the wheels, which is really nice. When you have the wheels like that, you swing the arms facing backwards. This time you fold down the upper part of the torso downwards, so now you can start to see the front part of the cab of the vehicle. And now you see there's two tabs here which will slot into this part over here. So you just fold it up and you fold it down further, so this one can tab into that part. And then you see this shoulder parts will just slide into here, so you fold it up like this. You see that this part lines up. Same thing on the other side, so his arms will come underneath this back part, so you can see there it's all lined up. So the back should look like this. Then keep the arms together, and now you have the upper part done, and it's time we take care of the legs. So you fold down the toes like that. Then this is also one of the neat engineering parts, so you open up the knees, so you reveal that. And then you see here there's a tab which will slot into another tab over here in the bottom, so you slide it like this and fold up like that. Same thing on the other side. Neat piece of engineering. So both legs will look like that. And then now we can fold up this part, which will slot into here. Fold up the legs, and then you can fold this into here, which will serve as the cover for the wheel. So this is the tricky part and the most finicky part, because this tab will go into this wheel well over here, and you have to line it up. So, and this one also will tab into here, so everything needs to be lined up. Then you just push this in. So if everything lines up, this should tab in here, and then as you can see, the wheel well is tabbed into there, so that's how it should look like. And you should do the same thing for the other side. So let's fold it going forward like that, and then this one will slide into this pin, and then you can see there's a slot where this should tab in. So you just slide it in there and line everything up. Once everything is lined up, it should tab into here. This part should tab here, and then you can fold these parts in, and then you see these two should interlock together like that. And then you see that's the back of the flatbed, and then both arms or both fists, the holes can tab into these two tabs as well. So once you have everything tabbed in and lined up, you have KUP in his flatbed truck configuration, and he's ready to roll out. For his gun and his energon dispenser, you have these two tabs here and here where you can attach them, so it can attach on either side. So you have one tab here, and then the gun can sit here. So that's storage for vehicle mode. Now you have the Studio Series KUP, and I'm bringing in the Titans Return Sergeant KUP, and as you can see, even if they're both deluxe figures, this has got more heft or is bigger in truck mode, and this is so small. And then here you can see in the front. For comparison, this will probably stay in my display as a truck mode, and this one I will never transform into a truck again because it's so hard and it's so finicky. And now let's bring in blur for comparison. Here is Studio Series blur, so the two Autobots that I have currently in my collection that are Studio Series. Let's bring the Alican as well for comparison. And there you go, so you can see how it looks like with the Alican and their vehicle modes. And let's bring in the Quintesson Masters, and as you can see, that's how they look like in vehicle mode. It really looks awesome. So that has been my review for the Transformers Studio Series KUP. Great figure, but really finicky transformation, especially when going to your vehicle mode. I'll probably keep this guy in robot mode because it's really awesome, especially with the gimmicks with the breaking off arms and legs. Great accessories as well, and I like the paint jobs. And because of detachable legs and arms, this is the only Studio Series figure where you can do this or some other combination that you can think of. So KUP is a lot of fun to play with when you have all the modulators like Ironworks and Grease Pit and all the other weaponizers. And this has been BubbaChuck14, and thank you guys for hanging out with me with this Transformers Studio Series KUP review. Really fun figure to have in your collection. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you're a Transformers fan, why not subscribe? It really helps me out, and share this video with other Transformers fans as well. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. As always, celebrate life, be a miracle.